Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Money. I'm your host, Nina Savage. I'm the creator of Sunshine State Comedy, and I'm a talent booker as well. I'm joined with comedian and host of Christy Unleashed, my good friend Christy Miller.
Yes! Happy Pride, bitches!
Oh, it's Pride. It is Pride.
It's Pride Month, sweetie. Everybody gets to suck dick in person.
Yeah, I guess now too, you know, no masks required, right? Is New York all maskless now?
Pretty much.
Pretty much?
Yeah, we got, as of this morning, we're like 63% for at least one shot or more vaccinated.
Well, that's encouraging.
Mm-hmm. We have to get it to like 70, between 70 and 80% to be completely like free.
I hear it's as hot as F. Is it still hot?
It is so hot.
Well, it's so hot we're breaking out into
we're breaking out in song. Hey.
Hey, it's hot.
It is so hot that the Dominicans are playing in the fire hydrants. Hey-oh! I'll take bad joke for 100, Alex.
Oh my God, I missed you. We were off for it feels like, what was it? Is it 2 weeks or is it like 3 from the time we're off?
No, it was 2 because we missed last Monday because it was Memorial Day. What's somebody say? Yes, ma'am.
Memorial.
Yeah.
And speaking of memorials.
Yes.
I gotta tie in my health issues, right?
Hello?
Gotta start off.
We're at that age where, you know,
I
have this ache, you know, this weird ache in my back. Oh my God.
So 2 things, because when we left the kids, I'm sure Ed is concerned about my ultrasound on my liver, but
you liver, you brought her.
you leave her there, liver, whatever.
Liver on
so the results liver on a jet, just liver there. Yeah, this is exciting stuff, but we have to, like, you know, look, this is what's happening in our world, right? Things happen, blah blah blah. It's happening to me, and so therefore I am expressing it to you. And this is the deal: I get the results. It says it because you get this app. You get this app now. It shows you. It's in an app. So I see the results of my mammogram, which I could tell you because thankfully there is no history of breast cancer in my family. There is just none. But I have very dense breasts. They're dense and therefore stupid. Yeah, they're stupid. I got stupid titties.
No, stupid. How sad is it that old people's version of OnlyFans is medical apps?
So bad. My titties are stupid. But so there's no sign of anything there. But the one that I've been waiting for, the ultrasound on the liver, it says doctor's notes and there's nothing there. I've called him twice. So either it's really bad and he doesn't want to write the note, like it's no notes, or everything's fine and there's nothing to write. Either way.
I think nothing is fine. And there's nothing
is fine.
To write.
Nothing
is fine. Nothing. Everything's done. So let's go. Good night.
Good night. I'm out.
I'm out. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Stay as long as you go, as long as you like. At this rate, we lost them after ultrasound.
Right.
Okay, their ultrasound, great. So, but my friends are telling me keep calling him and then they're telling me it could be fatty liver disease. That's exciting. That sounds so sexy. I can't wait to tell. Sexy. That's why the girls are. Yeah.
Dude, okay, no news is good news. Just know that. If it was something detrimental to your health, they would have been on the phone before the fucking ink dried on the paperwork. So the fact is, you're one of the youngest people in Florida because the average age is dead. And
I know it's bad, but anyway.
They probably haven't seen young boobs like yours in a long time, and he's probably just sitting there staring at it. Oh yeah.
Young boobs, get out of my life. Dating myself with that song. You know, speaking of gay, speaking of gay pride, you know, in the break, what did you do? Because I'll tell you what I did in the break. I watched the Halston Netflix series, and that's you know, that's my tribute to pride right there. Freaking loved Halston in the 70s. I was a kid, but you know, what a show.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor, amazing.
Yes.
He puts the ew in Ewan.
Whatever he did, man, he made me, you know, as a kid, you don't know, you know, the extent of Halston's contribution or, you know, all I know is that when I got that Halston perfume and the whole story about the bottle being created by Elsa Peretti and all that, like, these are things I didn't know, but I love that bottle of perfume. That was like, I think it was like, I got that on my 14th birthday or 15th birthday. I can't remember when I got that perfume. That perfume was my everything at that age. I was like, Halston, I have arrived.
Bye.
Peace out. Peace.
What did I do on my break? I just did shows and gave my room a little post-pandemic makeover, and you know, just did shows and that. Nothing exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really did. I'll tell you one other thing I did. I took a yoga class. I took a hot yoga class. I haven't been in yoga in a while. And when I do, I've gone sporadically at the beach. You know, they have this beach yoga. It's very tame. I love the woman that teaches it. I can't think of it. It's tame. It's tame.
Beach yoga. Okay, we're gonna lay on our backs and get tan for 20 minutes. And new move, roll over on your stomach. Oh, I feel the burn, sweetie. This is great.
That's the kind of yoga I like. By the way, I'm drinking out of just a regular ceramic. Almost lost it. Ceramic cup that belonged to my dad. What are you drinking out of today? Anything?
It's don't say it's just a basic. Say it's your Halston mug. It's an old designer vintage Halston. Nothing?
If it was my Halston mug, it would be filled to the brim with Coke.
Good night.
Good night. I'm hilarious. Not okay.
Well, in honor of Pride Month,
I
have Cher. I believe Kingdom Come. You don't even have to know all the words to the song. You just have to make this sound.
Is she giving out free elephants during Pride?
Sweetie, only elephant rides for the kids. I'm only giving elephants for the kids.
Only for the kids. She is piping up a lot on Twitter, though. I mean, a lot more than I mean, I've noticed. Like, sorry, I haven't been back. I've been busy. She's been busy.
She's actually collaborating with that hip hop pop rapper, new sensation girl, Saweetie, and they're putting out a song together. And she goes, you know, I can't wait for everybody to hear what, you know, Saweetie and I did. You know, we had our nails painted. And we got matching gloves, but they look so much better on her because I'm 1,000. Hey.
We love you, Cher. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. Okay, so yeah, so let me just go back to that yoga thing real quick. So years ago, I used to take that Bikram yoga. Can't take that anymore. Can't even speak of him because he's like another one that did some shit. But anyway, but I was very good at these. I was very good at it. So I thought, okay, well, it's been a minute, but I certainly can hold the postures in this yoga class. My biggest move was Savasana. I was flat most of that. It was a hot room. I was out of alignment. Like, you want to know where you're at, like physically and mentally, take a yoga class. You will find out very quickly that you are not balanced.
I know that by living in New York City. You know how I find out if I'm flat and not balanced? I get on the subway. Bitch, move!
Man, it was bad. And I was with my friend's like 21-year-old daughter, who's like she's a musical theater triple threat, you know, kick-ass shape. And I'm like, I am dying. I am dying right now. So yeah, it's gonna take a minute to bring all this back. Yeah. So that was my break on top of
Nice.
the other great news about my body. Couple of, I guess, comedy is rolling along in New York. I mean, things are opening up bigger, and
Oh,
I see posts. What's happening?
it's booming. It's like the roaring 20s all over again. Like we are literally in the roaring 20s. I had a spot at the Grizzly Pear Comedy Club Friday night in their 8 o'clock show.
Mhm.
Well, I got to McDougal. Like they're all of them have all outdoor seating. So does the Pear. Like everybody's got outdoor seating on McDougal. McDougal's this wide as it is. So like
Mhm.
cars are driving on 2 wheels like this to get down the street. And but McDougal packed to the brim.
Wow.
Like packed. I have not been around that many people in 100 years. Like the subways aren't even this packed at rush hour. Like it was packed, and it was just the energy was so positive, so amazing. Like people were just so happy to be out, so happy to be telling jokes. The crowd again, unfucking believable. I leveled the place. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but yeah. And
That's great.
but it was just like, it's just that's my first show that I've done in the Village since everything's opened up, because I've been staying uptown. I've been doing everything uptown, staying close to home. So I've been a little gun shy about getting on trains and traveling by myself at night, after especially in my neighborhood, all the crazy shit going on. So but it was a blast, and it's back. It's back better than ever. Like it's literally like this pandemic literally put shit on pause, but I think it made people appreciate live entertainment again. They made people appreciate, funny shit and stand up, and they want to laugh. Like what might have been funny 15 months ago, 16 months ago isn't flying anymore. And it's really cool to watch audiences get smarter. And I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but just watching how they react to like I watch comics, and I love to see other comics. I like to watch what they're doing, gauge the room, but I also like to see what everybody's doing and watch everybody grow. But watching them react to certain things, and what before would have worked, what doesn't work anymore, and it's beautiful. It's really a cool evolution.
That's great. It brings to mind, I just read this article that a gentleman from NPR just did, Scott Simon, and he had interviewed Josh Gondelman, who I know well enough, and have put on shows at various times, and when I've had the opportunity. And so Josh mentions that at least in terms of what he's doing, he's not really bringing up, and that most people aren't really necessarily interested in hearing about COVID, but now there's a special out on Netflix with Bo Burnham talking about inside. What, I haven't seen it, but I mean, have you been able to gauge if people really want to talk about do they want to talk about it, or they're really on to the next level stuff already?
It's a little of both, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of the people are doing really hacky, like stupid COVID jokes that would have worked on Zoom or in the beginning because it was fresh. But you have to be very clever with your COVID material. Otherwise, they're just going to boo you off the stage because they've been through it. Seriously, because I talk about in my act about getting COVID, and watching every crowd I've done this bit in front of go silent and just look like, oh my God, she needs a Purple Heart. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a war veteran. Wait, I'm on Pearl Harbor. I want an award on the Intrepid now. That's how it feels. Like it's some weird, like you're a war veteran, like you're a POW, or it's so weird. And they look at you crazy. But of course, I pay it off with something really fucked up about myself, and it gets a huge laugh. But it's funny to watch. It's a really cool ride to take them to that dark place of getting sick, and then come up here to this weird left field. They don't see it coming, bam, and it gets a huge laugh every time because it's that buildup. But you have to be creative with your stuff. You can't just talk about it like generally or hacky, because no one's buying it. We're tired. We've been
we're
through
tired.
it. We want to move on next. What else you got? Like, if you want to talk about it like, you know, like in a blip. You know, my COVID joke's pretty quick. I don't dwell on. You know, during the pandemic, you know, during the lockdown, I talked about, you know, the vaccines and all this shit. I don't even do that anymore because it's useless. It's stupid. But it worked when I was going through it because that's what was happening at the time. And now what's happening is post-COVID, people coming back out from under their rocks and shit. So if you're going to talk about it, you got to be really fucking clever. You can't be hacky, and you can't, you got to be smart about it. And I think that's what a lot of people talk about. You know, nobody wants to hear about it, but if you're smart, because I learned this, the reason why I'm saying this is because I learned this from Paul Mooney, the late, great Paul Mooney. And after 9/11, everybody, it was like a dark, you know, horrible time. But here's Paul Mooney going on stage talking about it. I'm dying laughing so hard. And the whole, everywhere it went, this bit would just destroy every club we were at. And because he's so smart and so brilliant, how he brought 9/11 into his act and talked about it to deal with it. And it was so brilliant. That's why nobody blinked an eye. Like, it's too soon. No one ever said that to Paul. Right. He'd probably get shot. But it's, you know, it's never, I never heard anybody say too soon, Paul. Never, because he talked, I would love to have him here in post-COVID talking about this shit.
That would be amazing if that were possible. But I will tell you, the longest running joke in Florida about COVID was, you guys wearing masks? No, great. You know, like nobody, it's like, are you guys over it? Like Florida, as you know, we has been over it since it started.
Day one. March 16th lockdown, March 18th, they were done.
They were just not having it.
And we gotta do it.
They just weren't having it. They weren't having Florida's. Florida is rogue. There's almost a part of me that is enjoying its rogue ass craziness, you know, like because there's like pockets, you know, of different opinions here. So it's kind of like, but the more people from the North move down here, there'll be a shift, I think, in hopefully in some things.
I will bet in the next 5 to 10 years, Florida flips.
We'll see. We'll see. So we'll see. Yeah.
Because I've never seen, you know, politically it be 50-50 like that, like be that close in Florida. Usually it's like all red, dark red. And in this past election, it's weird how people are really progressing and growing up and expanding and mixing in. It's beautiful.
Well, let's see how the voting rights. Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's
let's see how
the
voting rights.
Yeah, that's probably why that law came into effect. These damn libtards here, goddamn, you can't.
Let's see how
vote.
that goes. Yeah. That's all that's on the, like, that's, you know, I can't even watch the news anymore. I can't even do it. You know,
don't do
I
it
can't.
yourself.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Everything every day. And the biggest thing that has, as you know, and we talked about even 2 weeks ago, that has come out of my experience with COVID and comedy and what my interests after, like, you know, obviously Trump and all that, it became, you know, all things alien and paranormal. All things alien, paranormal. I'm not the only one. A lot of people went down that rabbit hole of aliens and paranormal, and now the government is obviously, you know, now there's real shit that's real stuff.
Well, they're trying to figure out where it's coming from. It's probably coming from other countries and shit, like the things that they're seeing. Who knows? I mean, I don't think aliens will want anything to do with us. That's the whole problem. Like, they've seen Florida, they've seen Texas, and I don't think an alien would last in New York City. I really don't. He would be, that fucking spaceship would be jacked in 5 minutes, stripped down, stolen for parts, and the alien would be fucking mugged in Times Square, crying in his M&M's bag. I'm sorry, they're not going to make it.
The only thing I think about is that commercial when I was a kid, also dating myself with this commercial. It's very 70s. Remember Calgon, Take Me Away?
Hell
Calgon,
yeah.
Take Me Away.
Yes.
That and my Halston perfume, right? But now I literally say, aliens, take me away. Just take me away. That's where it's at. Right? Um, so yeah, so anyway, that's yeah, basically in the article with Gondelman and Scott Simon, they're talking about this, this whole COVID thing and how we're all adapting. I will tell you though, I do feel a sense of trauma that I do feel it. I don't know if you feel it. Not that's funny, but I still feel like the other night I was at dinner and I realized nobody had like, it was like full on, everybody was just out, like how things, and it felt odd, like it felt good, but it felt like, should we be doing this? Like that's how I still had a little hesitation.
Yeah, of course you are, because we're coming out of it. It's like the hesitation when we went into it.
Right.
It's like, do we go out? Oh my God, I'm wearing a mask. Is it okay to go out? Should I stay home?
Right.
It's like, can I go to the store? Can I, take a walk outside? People were paranoid to walk outside because we didn't know what it was at the beginning. And now the transition of, being able to go maskless a little more freely and be able to go out and socialize. And if we're like here in the clubs, like after the Grizzly Pear, I went out with some gays to Playhouse in the Village to see the drag show for a little while after the show. And you cannot get in without an Excelsior pass or your card or your vaccination card. And it was packed in there and it was great. And it was like, when I was in there, I was like, should I be in here? Like, I this is a lot of, like I'm this close to all, but I'm like, wait, we're all vaccinated. I was like, okay, you're in a crowd. This is great. We're all vaccinated, because we had to check it. They wouldn't let you in without it.
Right.
And it was so amazing to be around all those people again. But it was weird. I felt like I was out of place in the sense of like, am I doing the right thing? Is it okay? Can I go? Can I hug? Can I do? But it's like, it's getting easier. Believe me, you adapt a lot faster coming out the getting into it. It's like,
yeah, I know.
I'm the first one to go, oh, we don't need to wear a mask. Okay.
I'm happy because I'm just happy, and as we progress, it's going to be better. And as things open up, I'm just saying I'm hireable. Hello.
Hi.
I'm doing my resume tonight. I mean, I'm producing stuff, that I'm producing, but I'm ready for a steady gig. So to that end, I'm going to be working on that because, I got to get moving. I got to get shaken.
Yep.
I hate that expression. She's moving and shaking. She's moving and shaking.
What if she has no curves and no fat on her body? How is she moving and shaking?
Oh, I'm definitely shaking. You can't see what's going on. I've lost a whopping. I had lost at the most I lost was 8.
Right.
I gained back 4.
Rude.
So I'm still down. I know it's so rude. F you 4 that came back, but anyway, I'm still still eating very healthy. I think
good.
I hadn't had steak in like 2.5 months, but finally I succumbed. But for me, because I was a meat eater like couple times a week, so I really curbed it all. So I mean, that's very good stuff. I want to see if there's any. You mentioned your neighbors and going out. Do you have this? I don't know if you even need it in New York. There's this app, it's called Nextdoor. Do you know about this app?
Yes.
Do you have it?
I don't have it, but I know about it.
Okay.
Tell the kids what it is.
I'm going to tell the kids what it is. I'm going to tell them why I have it.
Okay.
For 2 reasons. Eventbrite, where I let people know about the tickets that I have that are free.
Right.
The link has not been working. And I've contacted, like when it says create a ticket, they're like, clean your cache, do this, do that. I've done it all. It's not working. So meanwhile, I can't, publish the show on Eventbrite, which is very annoying. I said, please get to the bottom of it because I've done everything you've asked me to do. Right. So maybe you need more information from me, whatever. Anyway, so Nextdoor is a place where, people, sign up. They're your neighbors. They're the people around you. And you can sell your wares. You can tell people what's going on in the neighborhood. A lot of people have this. You could also let them know that you have a show. So I've done that in the past. But what's frightening about this Nextdoor app is, who else is on there that's checking out, like a friend that you wouldn't necessarily have, that's your neighbor and may not necessarily be having your best interest. So I don't put too much information on that thing. But in Florida, it's a lot of, this is the biggest thing that's going on in Florida on the Nextdoor app. A lot of cats missing, a lot of missing cats, a lot of missing cats. You hear
Hey,
about a cat every day.
have you seen my pussy? Sweetie,
Oh my
it's a
God.
little hairy pussy. And it purrs. Anyone?
Exactly what, yeah, so
All
yes,
those pussies in Florida are pretty hairy
there's
because
a
they're
lot of
100.
they're hairy and gray. Moving on. So the other thing that is big in Florida, and I guarantee nobody's really talking about their lost cat on the Nextdoor app in New York, but you also get a lot of what to do about iguanas. There's like too many iguanas. There's iguana here, there's an iguana there, iguana here, iguana
Iguana everywhere.
there, iguana everywhere.
Hey,
I'm like,
iguana, go with me to the club.
I love them, by the way. I think they're great. Let me see what else I have on that.
Sorry.
Not that it's any, oh, crimes. On people have, you know, their home surveillance. So they're literally, the neighborhood watch is the neighborhood watch. I got nothing. Did I lose you?
I'm like, neighborhood watch. We just watch what goes on in the neighborhood. Go, yep, that's fucked up.
Yeah, New York, you do that. So that's what's
Nope.
happening here.
No crime. No time.
Eventbrite needs to get it together before we go, because it's just good to catch up.
Yes.
We'll get more into the swing next week, but we needed the break, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I want to read the letter from our fan.
Aw.
It's really to you, but and then you could talk about what the fan mentions in the letter, but it's
Okay.
Joe from Brooklyn.
Oh, Joe from
Joe.
Brooklyn. How you doing?
Joe is another, yeah, I know. So Christy is going to interpret what Joe's real meaning is behind this letter. Okay. I have my Schumers. They're dirty though, but whatever. Schumers, because of just how I like to read the letter.
All right, I'm ready.
We got it. All right, ready? Here we go. Dear Gina and Chris, I missed you guys last week. I guess you needed the R&R.
Yo, Gina and Christy. Hey, how you doing? Where you fucking been? What the fuck? I didn't miss you all last weeks and shit. Where was you out hoovering?
Christy, I heard about you doing the Naughty and Nice tour. Are you going to bring that to Governors?
Hey, Christy, I heard about the frickin' Naughty and Nice tour over here, huh? You tell fucking the one's a nice guy, one's a naughty girl. I see what you're doing over here, huh? You get it? I see it. And what are you bringing it to frickin' Governors or what? What the fuck is going on over here, huh?
He says, would love to see you. I like that Riccadonna guy. And Gina, if you're still in Florida, come up and do a spot on that show.
I really like that frickin' Mark Riccadonna Bag of Donuts. How you doing, guy? You know, he tells a really funny frickin' dad joke, and he's like the nice guy. He's like nice. And he goes up in front of you when you talk all that dirty trash. You're the fucking whore mouth. I freaking love it. I get it. Hey, Gina, why don't you come on up from Florida? Maybe they'll throw you a bone, get you on stage. And if not, I'm going to give you a bone of my own. Oh!
Maybe this letter is from Dice. Anyway, he says, if you do Gina, if you do a spot on that show, tell me, are you naughty or nice? Just kidding.
Hey, G, so what side of the fucking fence are you on? Are you a freaking whore? Are you a freaking nice girl I could bring home to my mother? How you doing?
All right. He says, and then he says, I'm just kidding around. Keep up the good work.
I'm just playing. Go fuck yourselves. I love yous. How you doing? Forget about it.
And that's Joe. So our fans were missing us, but yeah, tell me what's going on. What's going on with the tour? I'm looking to get you a date down here, as you know, but what's going on with you?
Actually, it's funny that Joe brings it up because this Friday, well, Mark Riccadonna is doing headlining the patio, and he goes, "I'm gonna swing by and pick you up and bring you out there, and you're gonna open and do a spot or whatever." I don't know. Whatever happens, I'm gonna be out there Friday. I know I'll go on stage if it's Mark, and because I don't know Jimmy out there. I'm on Governor's Radio every week, but he has nothing to do with that. He puts that on all the boom bots out there. So it'll be good to go out there and do a spot. So, and let them know who the fuck I am. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, naughty?
Right?
As for me this week, as always, Wednesday night, Sunshine State Comedy is at the Dubliner in Boca, 8 p.m. free. Since you can't see it on Eventbrite, hello Eventbrite. I'll put it on my next door app, and hopefully we'll see you there for the 8 o'clock show, June 9th, featuring Lalo Rodriguez, Nico Balling, Giovanni Neal, and Steve Lamb, among others. So that's what's happening with me this week. Oh, and I'm doing a show at the Beer Garden Thursday night, also in Boca. I'll be on stage for 10 long ass minutes.
That's fucking hot.
That's it.
So Friday night, 8 o'clock, June 11th at Governor's Patio, Mark Riccadonna. I will be doing a surprise guest spot to kick off our Naughty and Nice tour and kind of give it a thing. And Saturday, June 12th, I'll be right here in Brooklyn. How you doing? Hey, Joe, come on out to freaking Brooklyn over here, huh? The Brooklyn House of Comedy on the 6 p.m. show with Alex Starr. I love him. I haven't seen him before. Yeah, so Saturday night, June 12th, 6 o'clock show, because of the pandemic, that's another thing from the pandemic about stand-up, is that shows, because of the curfew that we had for so long, shows are now, like, we started shows early. So now a lot of clubs are just kind of adapting to those earlier spots, which sucks, but it's cool at the same time, because it just opens up more work for everybody. So Saturday at 6 at Brooklyn House of Comedy in Brooklyn, and Friday at the 11th at 8 o'clock at Governor's. And as always, Wednesdays at 9 on govsradio.com, Christy Unleashed with Mark Riccadonna. So tune in.
That's it. So that's our happy week. Great. I can't speak. Have a great week. Happy week. Have a happy week, everybody. Yeah. That's it for me.
This has been Lunch Money. That's been Gina Savage. I've been Christy Miller, and we will see y'all next week at same time, same bat channel, 12 noon. Deuces.